Captain Crunch and Zeron with a rebound score in the Pepsi North America Cup, 147-2. Stakes, track, and a Canadian record performance for Captain Crunch in the Cup.
Hey, Nancy, thanks for taking the time. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing great. Pumped up, obviously, for a huge weekend here at Woodbine Mohawk Park tomorrow night, the Pepsi North America Cup. And you are searching for your second cup in as many years. Last year with Captain Crunch, who set that stakes record. Let's go back to the eliminations, because the first half of your mission is complete. You got Tall Dark Stranger qualified. It was with a winning effort. And this is going to be a two-part question for you, because first off, I want to know what your reaction was initially when you saw, him finishing and just holding on, and then when you found out that the plugs weren't able to come out.
Okay, so this is, obviously with myself not being in Canada, it's like I have complete OCD and I like to be on top of everything. So when I hear Yannick saying in the winner's circle, well, we had an equipment malfunction, I'm like, what the heck is going on? So somehow the earplugs had gotten caught or something. I don't know what happened. But ironically enough, his earplugs actually got caught in his overcheck last year when he won the Metro final. So Yannick wasn't able to pull the earplugs in the Metro final last year either. So hopefully he's done that twice now and that's over with. But, I was happy with his elimination. I knew he was going to be a little short going into the race. Generally after a tough race like the Cane Pace, he obviously went a great mile that day. It was a little easy on him. Maybe he just trained, a couple times in 220 in between. So he wasn't really tight and sharp. But, obviously with the mile last week and then he trained up good this week on Wednesday, he should be a little bit sharper this week.
Yeah, and that's what Yannick was saying, that he's a horse that, he likes to race, so he'll be even better coming right back another week later.
Yeah, historically he's always been better the second week when we've been able to race him 2 weeks in a row. So I'm not really concerned. Some people might have think he looked a little sluggish and flat-footed and so forth. But, he's one of those horses that he kind of just does exactly what he has to do all the time. He's not, super ambitious in those kind of ways. I mean, he just does enough to win and so forth. So even in training, I have to keep his attention all the time. If I went out there and trained him and just let him lollygag, he'd go a mile 240 if it were up to him. So
yeah.
He will definitely be a little sharper this week.
And what kind of reports are you getting from your camp up here that's taking care of him?
So actually, Tall Dark Stranger's been in Buffalo this week. So I actually went from Lexington on Tuesday night and trained him myself on Wednesday morning in Buffalo. So he trained really good. I was really happy with him. He seems alert and sound and definitely, sharp for this weekend. So he's coming into the race, which is great.
Just the changes that obviously we all have to adapt to with these, the new normal that we're in right now. But how hard is it going to be for you to not be here in person tomorrow night?
It's like the worst thing ever. I literally got home from the Meadows last week and watched the eliminations in my bed eating Taco Bell with pajamas on. So I hope that, I hope this is a one-year type of thing and that next year we can all be there and kind of enjoy the North American Cup and throw a hell of a party next year, because this year it's kind of it's definitely not normal. I'm racing again this Saturday night at the Meadows, or this Saturday afternoon at the Meadows. So I'm going to be heading from the Meadows to Ohio to watch the North American Cup with my good friend Stacy Miller, and then we'll watch the North American Cup, and then I got to go on to Lexington on Sunday. So it's a lot of traveling and so forth this time of year, but definitely the place I would have wanted to be is at Mohawk.
Yeah, well, fortunately for you, you are going to be watching elsewhere because we have a no pajama policy, so that wouldn't have worked out here. Last year with Captain Crunch, we know, he had that incident going into the opening turn, but leading up to the race, the final, you were so confident, very confident in your horse's chances. How confident are you this year that you can come right back with another cup?
I'm really confident in Tall Dark Stranger. He's just an amazing horse. He does, exactly what he needs to do to get the job done every time. He's never really disappointed me. The few times, that he hasn't won, it's been because he hasn't been healthy or, the time that he bled at the Meadowlands. So, I expect a good effort from him. He's just a champion, and I think he'll prove it again.
We won't know what happens until tomorrow, of course, but what does it just mean to you to be in this race in back-to-back years? And with horses that obviously look like they're, legit contenders for a top prize?
Obviously these are the type of races that, trainers like myself want to be in. We work hard all year, and it's a long process to be able to get to be in races like the North American Cup. We bought Tall Dark Stranger as a yearling, and, you break him, you get through the 2-year-old season, and he was a champion 2-year-old, and then you have a lot of pressure to bring him back and have him still at the top of his game at 3, which, my team's managed to do. So, obviously it's it's rewarding for us. Your hard work kind of pays off just to be a part of it. And, if we could pull off the win again, it would just be great.
I know you're loaded for bear here this weekend starting tonight. You've got a lot of, big-name horses, the Oaks champ and Hambletonian runner-up. Those horses kind of self-explanatory. I'm wondering about Caviar Audrey tomorrow. Is there maybe anything you can give the betting public as far as insight on that filly?
She's super nice filly. I think actually at this point she's probably one of the nicest pacing fillies I've ever trained, and that says a lot because I've been really fortunate, with a lot of pacing fillies. She's just got such great natural ability. She's quick. She's got good manners, except for at the Poconos a couple of weeks ago when she jumped the shadow. But the shadows can be a little tough at Poconos with the afternoon racing and that turn there. But I put a little bit of a bigger shadow roll on her, so we shouldn't have a problem tomorrow night. And she's just a super nice filly. I think she's just going to get better as the season goes along, too.
All right, well, great stuff. Again, appreciate you taking the time. I know you're very busy. Good luck everywhere, and all the best tomorrow night. We're going to be rooting for you.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right, talk to you later.